Okay, so now we're going to do the backbone here.
Should I do like this? Yeah.
How many different types? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different type of bones. All right, we'll start with this first bone right here that leads from starts the neck. We'll start with this first bone, and that bone is known as the atlas. And so here we have a close-up of the atlas. Right? Okay. So here's the atlas. This right here is the transverse process. It's like a wing-like structure on the atlas. Transverse process. And then the hole in the middle is the start of the vertebral canal. And then this hole right here on the transverse process is the transverse foramen. And this is the atlas, the first bone. Then we'll move to the second bone, which is this one, which is the axis. Okay. So the axis we have here. This is the axis. This pointy bone right here that comes out is the odontoid process. Wait, no. Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
So the pointy bone right here is the odontoid process. And then we have the upper part right here, which is the spinos process. Spinos process right there. And then down here we have the centrum. Okay. So then the next bone would be the cervical, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So here we have, there you go. All right, here we have the cervical vertebrae. Very hard to hold. All right, so with the cervical vertebrae, all we need to know is that this is the cervical vertebrae. The cervical vertebrae are the bones right here. Right after the axis starts the cervical vertebrae. Then we go into the thoracic vertebrae, which is has like the long pointy thing. And this right here, in the thoracic vertebrae, this is also the spinos process, but it's pointy. It's like a long pointy structure in the thoracic. Whereas in the axis, it was the flap, like I'll show you here. In the axis, it was this part right here is the spinos process, and the thoracic is this long bone right here, the long portion of the bone. And then we have the hole, which is obviously the vertebral canal, and then the centrum, the bottom of it, which makes up that part of the bone. And then we go to the lumbar vertebrae, which is the one that I don't remember. This one right here. So the lumbar, great, good job. You're getting good at this. We won't need to know. We don't need to know anything about the lumbar vertebrae except that it is the lumbar vertebrae, and this is it outside of the bone. This is the lumbar vertebrae. So there you go, lumbar vertebrae, which also has a spinous process, but we're not doing that part. And after that, sacrum.
Yeah.
The final bone that leads down to the tail, right? This leads to the tail, the start of the tail, I guess. I don't know. It's the sacrum.
It's pelvic.
Start of the pelvic area. This is the sacrum. Sacrum. The sacrum is this bone on the cat located. Ugh. Let's get in there. Right here. It's this bone right here. After the last thoracic bone is this bone, which is like around, I don't know if this is the coccyx. In the human, this is the coccyx, but it starts the tail. And that is it for that area. That's all we need to know for that.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, we can do these bones. Let's continue. Alright, so this big shoulder bone right here is your scapula, and this right here is your scapular spine. And then we have the clavicle right here, which leads into the sternum. But this is the clavicle. And then we have the humerus, which is the first bone from the scapula, the humerus. And if we do a close-up of our humerus, here's our humerus. This portion of the humerus right here is known as the olecranon fossa, which is like an indented portion. Here's one without any numbers on it. Olecranon fossa. Okay, and right here at the top is the head. And right next to the head, you have the lesser tuberosities. And on, right?
Tuberosis.
Cities.
Cities?
Yes, tuberosities.
My bad.
You're bad. Alright.
Cities.
Told you. So, let's look at it from the back. Okay, see, this is the head right here. No, click on the, yeah. Whatever. I'll back it up. This is the head. This big bulb. Anyway, so we turn it around so that you can see the tuberosities a little bit better. So this is the lesser tuberosity, and this is the greater tuberosity. Yeah. Now look at this bone right here. So see it again. This bone is exactly like the picture in the book when it shows the picture that shows the humerus. This is the other side, and it shows here greater tuberosity, lesser tuberosity.
The head.
I don't know why. Yeah. There you go. Greater tuberosity, lesser tuberosity. That's all we did.